Episode 2. The First Cracks. At first, everything seemed perfect. David had that reassuring charm, that presence that made Camila shine by his side. He would bring her flowers for no particular reason, send her sweet messages, and proudly introduce her to his friends with a smile. "This is my little Brazilian." Camila, her heart swelling with pride, thought to herself, "Yes, I've found my place. Maybe this is what true love feels like." She believed she had found a safe harbor, far from the chaos of her past, far from her insecurities. But, like a painting that begins to crack under the light, the first fissures appeared. One evening, in a lively restaurant, as they shared dinner, David laughed at the way her Portuguese accent colored her English. "You say that so funny. Americans will never take you seriously if you keep talking like that." Camila smiled timidly, trying to hide her discomfort. She laughed too, not to seem offended, but inside, a small pain had settled. It was like a tiny, invisible thorn, discreet, yet pricking with every breath. In the following days, the same comment returned again and again, in different forms. "You should really work on your accent. You know, people here respect those who speak perfect English." What started as a joke became a repeated criticism. Each word weighed on her like a stone. Weeks went by, and with them, the criticisms piled up, subtle but constant, like a fine rain that eventually soaks even the thickest clothes. "Don't hang out with other Brazilians. You need to integrate. Why do you always want to talk to your family? You live here now, not there. You should be grateful. Without me, you'd be lost." These phrases, said in a calm, sometimes almost affectionate tone, began to etch themselves into her mind. At first, Camila tried to defend herself. "But talking to my family comforts me. Brazilians remind me of home. It makes me feel good." But soon she realized that every attempt at defense led to cold silence, or a heavy look that made her understand she should keep quiet. So she stayed silent. Little by little, what seemed like advice became orders. What seemed like love turned into control. Camila began to change. She spoke less with her family, sometimes in secret, like a teenager hiding a mistake. She avoided Brazilian restaurants, afraid of hearing yet another remark. Even the music from home, those songs that reminded her of Rio's beaches, she stopped listening to them. One day, as she hummed a samba tune while cooking, David laughed. "You look like such a cliché when you do that." She turned off the radio and never played that playlist again. Camila was drifting away from her culture, her language, her roots. She began to feel like a stranger, not only in this country, but in her own skin. She missed her childhood friends. Calls with her mother became rarer, and every time she hung up, a lump formed in her throat. She felt guilty for not defending her ties more, but she was afraid of losing David if she resisted. It was as if each day, an invisible thread wrapped tighter around her, shrinking her space of freedom. She was living in an invisible cage. Perhaps a golden cage. Beautiful house, nice clothes, the appearance of happiness, but a cage nonetheless. And inside that cage, her heart was slowly beginning to fade. Stay tuned for the next episodes of Camila, and subscribe to be part of this beautiful family.